Hello friends, welcome. I'm Robin with Zimmy Simple Designs. If you see the little red live light, you've caught me live. If not, you're watching the replay. Please type in hashtag replay, say hello, tell me where you're watching from. Let's see. I'm gonna try and find myself real quick. There we go. So I can pull myself up and see comments. And so when you pop on, hello Kathleen. And I will get myself sprinkled to a couple places while I'm waiting for people to pop on. Well, that was pretty easy. All right. Actually, oh, never mind. I can't do that. Hello, Kim. Hi, Yadi. Thank you for sprinkling. How are you today? How is everybody? Hope you're all doing well. Hi, Nora. Hello, Karen. Hello, Monica. How is everybody? Hope you're all doing well. Dolly, lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Now. Don't want her. Okay, thanks, Jody. I know Yvonne can't talk to us, but I know she's here in spirit. Anyway, I am in an event today with the Double Trouble group, and we are featuring our favorite color. We can create anything we want just as long as we use our favorite color. I don't necessarily have a favorite color, but if we're talking about fall, I do tend to stick with certain colors that I like better than others. And it's hosted by Miss Yvonne with the Craft and Gammy. Miss Yadi with Yadi's Workshop, she will be up right after me. Colleen was just before me with a couple of tra-la-las. She did some really cute ornaments. So you guys stick around. The link to the free group is in the description. So please go and join. That way you can just stay in the group and watch everybody that's on today. Hello, Christine. Hello, Kim. Hello, Sharon. What am I making today? Well, Kim, today I am featuring a new wood kit that I'm bringing out. And it is a turkey. We are doing a turkey today. So he's kind of big. But this is the body. Hello, Michelle. This are the feathers. Comes with he's got two little feet. He'll have a little hat, his little beak and wattle, and then you get two little half beads for eyes. These two, let me get them. They're really tiny, so I don't know if I can. These two little tiny half beads. And this guy is going to be big. But he is $25 plus shipping because, you know, he is good size. So if anybody's interested, just private message me if you would like one of these wood kits. Hello, Michelle. All right. So I love when I create, I love pumpkin spice. Which is, let me see if I can find it. This color right here. I love this orange. It's probably one of my favorite for fall. And I found this scrapbook paper, and that's what we're going to put on the wings. So we're going to do him just a little bit different. It's going to take me 2 pieces because, like I said, but But I also found, and I've had this fabric for a while. I was going through to pick fabrics because I am going to make like a little bow tie for him. And I found, and I got the scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby. You know, where you can buy the single sheets. Sorry, trying to get rid of that. But I have this fabric that I've coffee crunched, but look, the colors in it match perfectly. In fact, I laid the fabric on here, and I have a feeling they maybe mimic the scrapbook paper or something. But this is from Hobby Lobby also, this fabric. But it matches perfectly. Hello, Gail. How are you? Hello, Cynthia. Hello, Grace. How are you? So I'm gonna get the scrapbook paper on first. I think I'm gonna tackle that first. And we're gonna get it lined up best as I can. You're really not gonna be able to see the seam because the body of the turkey is gonna cover most of it. And what the body of the turkey won't cover, his little hat will. Or it will, yeah, his little hat will. So we're not going to really see that seam. So so we'll get that. We're going to get that done first. But anyway, did you say fabric or paper? As far as what, Kim? Where I got the fabric and the paper? I got both of them from Hobby Lobby. The fabric and the paper. That's what you're asking. Thank you, Cynthia. Scrapbook paper. Yeah, I'm using scrapbook paper. But I've got fabric that matches exactly to the scrapbook paper. I'm not sure how much I've got in Mod Podge in this. So I've got two things here. I've got this, and I opened the jar, but all right. So we're going to get this spread out, and I'm going to get, like I said, I'm going to get this on, and I'm going to do a fairly heavy coat because the scrapbook paper is a little heavier, and I'm not painting because, you know, it's scrapbook paper. So hello, Shelly. It's kind of thick, so we don't need to paint it, the surface beforehand. It's not like you're going to be able to see through it. So, yeah. That's the nice thing about using scrapbook paper versus rice paper or a napkin. You don't really have to paint your surface beforehand because it's heavy enough and thick enough that you're not going to see, you know, underneath. Hi, Renee. I got a yucky in there. All right. And it's a lot cooler today than it was yesterday. I think it's only, as you can see, I'm wearing a little heavier, not really like a flannel shirt. We went over to my son's this morning and had brunch with them for a while, which was nice. Spending some time with them, my boys. Having a few minutes with them after church. It's 73. Is it 73, Michelle? I haven't looked at the my phone in a while as far as temperature goes, but I know it's not as warm as it got yesterday. Yesterday was, although it didn't stay warm very long, at least the temperature dropped right away. It like peaked and then started dropping. All right. And I think it's gonna kind of warm back up later in the week, be in the 80s again. I don't think the weather has decided what temperature it wants to be. Okay, we're gonna get this on. Rainy there in Florida. Are you in the path of the that next storm that's coming, Yachty? Or that next what is it, hurricane that's on its way. Hopefully you're not. Okay, we got that half on, and I'm going to get it down. Oh my goodness, lilacs are blooming, Gail. That's crazy. And I'm going to, like I said, I'm just going to line this up. One nice thing about this plaid, it lines up pretty easy. And we're not going to see much, not now, but it's going to affect us anyway. Is it? Oh, oh man. Boy, you guys are, oh, they're blooming there too, Michelle? I don't have anything blooming here. So, yeah, but I don't have lilacs or anything, or lilies or anything in my yard. I have some columbine, but it usually blooms in the spring. But I haven't noticed any of my other flowers blooming. All right, just making sure I get all the wrinkles out of this. And it's down really good. Or all of the bubbles. I got a few. This is a lot of surface to cover, but... And you could paint this. You could put fabric on it. You could do him up any way you would like. I thought this would be fun and something different. Yeah. All right, I'm done with that. So I'm going to dry this just a little bit. All right. I was watching Colleen and prepping for a project I'm doing tomorrow. I'm going to be making a snowman, and I was doing a little prep work for him. All right. I don't know if it's I feel like there's a bubble right there, but I don't see anything. So it could be just imperfections in the wood. Yes, prayers for Florida, guys. I know it's coming again. All right. Okay, that's probably good. And I'm going to set this aside. You love snowman? Cynthia, I love to do snowman too. I do. Okay, we're going to paint. I'm just going to let that set a little longer. And we're going to get some painting done on our turkey because the rest of him will be painted. And we're going to start with his body. Move this stuff over here out of the way. And we're going to paint the body. I'm going to paint Fudgesicle. And this is, are your favorite too, Kim? I love them. Hello, Debbie. Hello, Linda. And this is chalk paint from Nicole with a Frayed Knot. I love her chalk paint. And all the colors, actually I better put the lid on this before I knock it over. And we can get that out of the way. She's got a wonderful chalk paint line. If you hit the little chains down there by the comments or the link, her link for these paints is in there. If you guys want to go check it out. And I just stained this with my Waverly wax. Let's see. I want a fairly, let's use this paintbrush right here. I'm being picky about paintbrushes, I guess. I'm going to do the sides, and I haven't waxed this, but I'll probably sand it and give it a little distressing. And yeah, I was trying to think of wood kits, you know, something new this season. I do have some pilgrims that I just came out with, and I have pumpkins, and I have a scarecrow, but I was trying to think of something else, and I was chatting with another creator, Stephanie, with the Vintage Pebble, and she kind of inspired me to do a turkey, or kind of encouraged it. So that's why I came up with it. I know there's a lot of laser cut turkeys, but not too many. Hi, Tammy, how are you? Like this, you know, thicker wood ones. So I thought, well, maybe I'll see what I can come up with. And I actually drew this up myself, which I was very surprised I was able to. Yeah, Gail, I do too. I mean, I like some of the, don't get me wrong, I have used, and I do like some of the laser cut ones. But I also like the chunkier wood ones too. I do. I do. I'm a little partial that way, I guess. Oh, good. I'm glad you're doing well. Glad you're doing well. What's the temperature? What's it like there in Canada today? Is it nice, or is it cool there, or? When we went over to my son's, we took some Serrano chili jelly. Our neighbor man gave us some. He made some. He planted some Serrano chili peppers this year, and he's got a lot of them. And in fact, he's got so many, he's given us some, and my husband took over some to both our sons, and my oldest son's wife is going to make her some jelly with it today. She said she was going to attempt to make some. She's never made jelly before, but she's going to attempt it. So it's a beautiful fall day there today. Well, that's nice. All right, so we got that part painted. And I'm going to move this out of the way, and then we'll get our other little smaller pieces. $18 degrees, Mary? Is it? Now, is that 8? No, that would be 18 Celsius, right? Because that's how you guys... So about 53. Okay. Okay. Hi, Louise. How are you today? So I'm painting the... Very windy in Michigan today. Is it, Tracy? I'm doing the feet and his little beak gold nugget. It's a little breezy here today. Okay, that's what I thought. It is breezy here today, here in Iowa. All right, I just need a smaller paintbrush for this. Hi, Cheryl, how are you? I'm gonna try and hurry. I'm gonna try and at least get him glued up. I know I'm a slow crafter, but we're gonna hopefully. My husband makes fun of me. He teases me about me getting my projects done all my lives. He's out in his shop. I don't know what he's doing today. Hey, Peggy. How are you today? Hope you guys are having a nice, relaxing Sunday. I was feeling much better yesterday, and then today I woke up again not feeling the greatest. Whatever this cold stuff is really kind of messing with me. In fact, I stayed home from church because I don't like, people thinking I'm spreading stuff, and I don't like. I'm hoping I get over it soon. It's been, gosh, a month. I feel like I've been all congested. Hello, Randy and Sandy's beachgoers. Well, welcome. Hi, Colleen. Your ornaments were so cute. I can't wait to see what everybody else. I got replays from yesterday to watch. I watched as much as I could, and then I did dinner, and I was so tired. I didn't sleep well the night before. And I just kind of ran out of steam, I think. So I got some, please don't bark, dogs. There's nobody there. The wind is blowing on my mail flap, and the dogs are running for the door. They run when they hear it. They think somebody's here. And it's the way, the direction of the wind blowing, and yeah. Thank you for sprinkling. Tammy, you're so sweet. Thank you all for being here. If you're just popping in, I am in the Double Trouble group event today, and we're all doing something with our favorite color. I'm gonna just kind of scooch that out of the way. Hello, Monica. Hi, Nita. How are you? All right. Oh, and I did that, and I didn't paint his beak. Now, that was not too bright. And I put my brush in the water. Too much chatting and not paying attention to what I'm doing. Maybe I can do this without pouring any water out or paint out. It's not very big. All right, there we go. And I'm giving it a quit. I'm not painting these perfect because I am going to sand them just a little, get them a little distressed. All right, there we go. Now we're going to do his little waddle. We're going to do Red Barn. And I'm going to do his hat, Crazy Crow, which I love. Hello, Julia. Hello, Barbara. Welcome. And his little eyes, I'm going to paint Crazy Crow. Hello, Tina. Hi, Jackie. How are you today? All right, I just need a little brush for this because it's not very big. This little brush right here for this. Well, I was hoping to get it shook down so I don't have to pour any out. Let's see. There we go. Since it's not a very big piece here. All right. There. So then we got 2 more little pieces, and I probably should have put some tape down for these little eyes, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. Hello, Kathy. And I got 4 little pieces left to paint. You have to eat. Came and say hi. All right, thank you. You have a good rest of your day, Tammy. Thank you for popping in. Appreciate it. And I love this black. It's not a deep black. It's more of a vintage black. And I love it. It's one of my other, I guess you could say it's one of my favorite colors. I don't know. Can black be a favorite color? I don't know. I guess for somebody it is. Can't say it's really a favorite, but I do like using it. All right. Hello, Courtney. How are you? I'm just gonna kind of go over these really quick. Like I don't really need to worry about painting the back of them. So these little eyes here. So I guess I really didn't need any tape. And I poured out way too much black paint. All right, there we go. Hello, Diane. There we go. So we got everything painted. Everything out of the way. We can get this out of the way. I'm gonna dry these up. From Rhode Island. I am good. I'm good. So what's everybody doing today? Besides watching the event? Anybody got big plans? Like I said, we went over to my middle sons and had brunch with them. Had breakfast pizza. And I took bagels and English muffins and look at the signs. Well, hello, Barb. Hi, Pam. Oops. I think everything else is pretty well dry. Make sure. Yep. All right. So we're going to do some sanding. So I'm going to get my gator sander out here. And we're going to give these a little bit of a distressing. Prepping for something you're doing on Tuesday. Ooh. I was prepping earlier when I was watching Colleen, so I understand that. I'm a prepper. I am not a last minute. I gotta have, if I know I'm going live, I gotta be all prepared. I'm not a I can't do the figure out what I'm doing like the last minute. I'm just not that way. I'm not that. You have to be prepared too. Laundry. Yes, that does sound exciting. Yeah, honey. Hey there, y'all from... Ooh, well, hello. Hello, Lenore. How are you from Mississippi? You're a planner too, Dana? Yeah, I'm a planner. I'm not a... Yeah. Now, I could probably get up in the morning and plan something, you know, for later in the afternoon, but I'm not one that waits until like an hour before I'm going to go live and figure out what I'm going to make. Hi, Lisa Mary. Hey, Shay. All right. But yeah, I've got to... There are those, though, that can do that. That's not me. Get these tougher pieces to... And I haven't decided how I'm going to do his little feet. And I'll show you what I mean. When I get ready to put him together. How's Shay today? And I will probably, I'm going to wax these a little. I don't know how much I'm going to wax right now. I'm tired. Are you tired? Yeah, I am too. And I slept a little better last night, but I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I've been sick. My husband's sister sent him a video, and we're going to watch it tonight. Hello, Peggy. Hi, Sherry. How are you? No, well, I was feeling pretty good yesterday, and today I'm back to not feeling very well. So I don't know. It was like I had a really good day yesterday, but today yeah, not so much. Okay, we'll do his hat. Yeah, I do too, Yachty. Like I said, I've been dealing with congestion. I think I got a cold, and then I think allergies set in, and then I caught it again. And I'm over it. You know what I mean? I'm over being congested. I'm just, I'm just ready for it to be over. I am over it. We'll get this done, and then we'll get our paper sanded. Oh yeah, I'm glad you did too. Thank you for popping in. How you been? Okay, all of that's sanded. I got a mess, but we're gonna sand this, and then I'll clean my mess all up. We're gonna sand all this paper back for his wings. Hopefully, this is going pretty quick, so hopefully this won't take too long. I actually had fun drawing him out. Sorry for all the loud noise, guys. And I did debate on putting fabric on this and went with the scrap of paper instead. So I couldn't really find the kind of fabric I wanted, and then realized that I had what I had. If that makes any sense. Does that make sense? Anyway, I changed my mind. Yes, it could. Thank you for sprinkling, Denise. How are you today? Yes, you could. Karen? All right. That didn't take too long. Okay, so now I am going to try. I think I'll put him together so you guys can see him together. I'm kind of excited to see him together. I've not done this. Okay, and then I'll wax him later. But this will go here, just like so. Center him. All right, and I didn't get the paper quite centered, but that's okay. Like I said, you're not really going to see it. By the time I put his little hat on, you're not going to see that seam anyway. Okay. So I'm gonna do his body first, and I'm hoping that my stick fast will work. It's been plugging up on me. So I'm gonna get my little thing out. But let's see, right about there, up. And I'm gonna use this, oh good, it's gonna come right out. I'm gonna go right around this edge with this. And then I'm gonna use my tight bond. And we're gonna get some of that on there. And we'll get it. Put it on there. I stuck my finger in it. I think I got it pretty well centered. So I'm just going to hold this down a minute. Let that set up. Come on. Yes, I am, Louise. I sure am. This is my newest one. And yes, he is available. Hi, Sharon. Come on. Dry, dry, dry. Okay. I'm gonna let that set for just a minute. I think it's starting to set up. It's not slipping on a slide like it was. There we go. And then get his little beak on. Thank you. I'm getting warm now. Yeah, Miss Yachty's, she's up next, guys. The link for the Double Trouble group is in the description. I am in their event today. And Miss Yachty, she's up next. But you can join the free group, the Double Trouble group, and stay in there and see all of the presenters that are in this event today. Miss Yachty, your pumpkin was sure cute. I saw your picture you posted. It was really cute. Really cute. Okay, there's his beak. And then, and you know what? I painted the wrong side. You're welcome, of our wattle. Wasn't paying attention. I'm telling you guys. I get busy not paying attention and Look what I did. I messed up. So, it won't take much. We'll just paint this really quick. I'm not worried about too much. That's good enough. We'll dry it. Give it a little bit of a sand. All right. So then this should go this way, and we'll put that on. And I think I'm just gonna put just some of the stick fast on here. It's not very big. And I got way too much, so we're gonna take some of that off of there. And hopefully I don't glue my fingers. And I'm gonna lay his little eyes down so I get them centered here. Oh gosh, stuck to my finger. Here we go, one little eye. All right. Come on. There we go. All right, the hat, the way I'm gonna do this hat is I'm gonna put it so it's flush with his head. And then that way when you do the brim, you can put it right along there and have it glued to his head and his hat. And hopefully that will give it just a little more, so it will, you know, stay on his head a little better. Show you what I mean when I glue this on. So I'm going to put a little bit of this stick fast on there. And I'm going to glue it on. And I was going to kind of glue it at an angle. This was kind of cocked, you know, not straight up and down or even. And hopefully this is going to work. Okay. So I'll show you what he's looking like so far. Boy, I got lots of, oh, my little eye bolt came off. I got paint or glue coming out. I guess I should have checked that. Doggone it. Let's get that out of there before it really dries. So I'll glue his eye back on, but I don't know if you can see how I've glued that flush with his head. So I'm gonna, we'll re-glue his eyeball here. I got sometimes. So now I'm gonna glue his brim so it will go just like this. So it's on his head and on his hat. So I'm going to put a bead of glue on each edge. And I got way too much right there. I'm really getting carried away with the stick fast today. Not meaning to. Hi, Laura. Hey, Jamie. All right, so we're done. Hopefully we're done now with the glue. I think his eye stuck down this time. Okay. Oh, no, I'm not, because I got to do feet. I'm not doing it done. So that's what he's looking like so far. So what I was thinking to do is putting his feet this way and gluing his body like that. Versus gluing the feet to his body. And hopefully he'll stand then. I don't like that. Hopefully I can get some wax in there and cover that up. So, we're going to try that. I'm going to try that. Still have sawdust everywhere. Sorry, guys. So I'm going to put some stick fast. I think we'll run a bead. Oh, I'm going to run a bead. Right here, like this. And I know that's probably, you know, more than, let me get this over here, kind of, and I'll set it towards the back of the heels, set it down, just like this. Hopefully he'll stand. So he stands like this. Hopefully he'll stand. Well, thank you. Now, nothing stands on my desk, but I was hoping this would work. Maybe as counterweight. But we'll see. If this doesn't work, then I will change it. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay. But you could do it however you want. If you want to glue his feet, you know, to the front of his body, you could do that. Thank you. All right, so now I'm going to take my wax and we're going to go around and we're going to add some wax to our, around the edges. And Dolly, no. No. We're going to add. And guys, I will take a picture of him all decorated up because I probably won't get him all the way finished. But like I said, I'm going to make a little bow. Thank you. And if you would like one, they're $25 plus shipping. Just private message me. And we will cut you one out. One of these cute little guys. But and I know this is probably backwards way, but I wanted to put him together so you could see him. Usually I do the waxing before I put them together, but this will be fine. And I guess you really don't need to watch all of this, but I will do all around him and all the way around, and we'll get them all. I'll get them all distressed up. And I forgot to grab my whatever, but I'm gonna see if we can make a quick bow. And I'm just gonna do a quick little, like a little bow tie for him, because I know it's a little boy. We'll make him a little boy with our fabric here. And I may just use the 2 pieces because I don't want it really big, but I do want it to kind of hang. So we'll do this really quick. Go. Thank you, Yvonne, for having me. Miss Yvonne is our hostess from the Craft and Gammy for the Double Trouble group. And stick around, see what Miss Yachty's gonna make. She's up after me. Hey, Yvonne. I know you can't comment, but I'm sorry that happened to you. Hi, Marcy. Yes, I am, Marcy. I sure am. Just private message me if you would like one. Okay, I don't know. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. I'm debating if I want to go ahead and put this other piece. I think I'm going to just throw this other piece in here. And like I said, it matches perfectly to the scrapbook paper. Has the same colors. Hang on a minute. Oh, I see what I got going on. But I will finish him. I will post him on my page and in the group. All right, there we go. So everybody can see him all finished up. But he is complete as far as just not having any of the other decorations on him. Hello, Stephanie. Yeah, it does, Jamie. I didn't realize it until I went and got the scrapbook paper. I had to go get it, and I brought it home. Hello, Susan. Hello from North Dakota. Welcome. And I was trying to pick out fabrics, and I grabbed this up and laid it down, and it was like, perfect match. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. And I think I'm going to put a tag on him. We're going to give him a name. I think Mr. Gobbles, I think, is what I'm going to put on there. And I will trim this down just a little. Hi, Sue. But it'll go right here, like a little bow tie, I guess, or a little bolo tie, or, you know. You know, back then, pilgrims, they had nice, you know, little fancier bow ties, I guess. The pilgrims in there. Just like that. Watching the time, guys. We'll glue this down. And I will add a button and all of the fun things to it. So we're done with that. We can move that out of the way. But there he is. Like I said, I will get him waxed and stained up and all that stuff. But there's pretty much what he's going to look like. Thank you, Peggy. And if I can't get him to completely stand, I may rearrange his feet, but he may, yeah, see, he'll stand over there. He won't stand here, but he will stand. I don't know what it is about this part of my desk. Nothing stands here for me. Anyway, guys, thank y'all for popping in. Make sure you stick around in the group and see Miss Yachty. Did you make the, yes, I did, Susan. Yes, I did. If you would like one, private message me. Anyway, you guys stick around, make sure you and see Mrs. Yachty. I know I'll be finishing this up and I'll be in the comments. So you guys have a wonderful, blessed rest of your day. Bye.